remember going to the pool on a hot day as a kid? Hi, I'm Chad Jordan from Sochi, and I want to tell you about the 3 approaches to creating content in crisis. In other words, just how in the world should a company be communicating on social media right now? So let's take a quick trip to the pool for an explanation. Hey, no running! There's no denying that COVID-19 has changed everything. Besides the physical toll the pandemic has caused, it's altered the landscape of how we conduct our lives and our businesses. So we're hearing a lot about the new normal. There's no doubt that the way we approach everything from interacting in public to shopping and yes, conducting business is changing rapidly and permanently. For business to survive this crisis and make a comeback, it must innovate, it must pivot, it must admit the old ways are gone and that a new wave of change is upon us. The best way a business can communicate all of that change and innovation and empathy with the community is through social media. So let's pretend the new normal is this pool. At first, very few embrace it, very few jump in, but as it gets hotter and the sun gets higher in the sky, more and more people, more and more businesses are going to go for a swim. And you don't want to wait until it's too crowded or you'll never find your lane to swim in. Don't you remember as a kid going to the pool? You had some kids that just jumped right in, you had others that dipped their toes in the water and stayed in the shallow end, and you had others that were there just for the snack bar. If the new normal is the pool, then social media is how we get in. So I want to lay out the 3 types of social media content and frequency that businesses should be focused on right now as they jump in to the new normal. First, remember when you were at the pool and it was hot outside and you just wanted to get in as fast as you could, but there was a sign saying, no diving into the shallow end. Well, that sign was for your own good. So the first area of content on social media and frequency is content you should avoid at all costs. Obviously, stay away from content that's political, overtly religious, controversial, and even comical, snarky, sarcastic. It might even be worth your company setting up a few lifeguards around the pool to patrol the shallow end, maybe pick a few people from different walks of life to preview your content to make sure it doesn't actually run into the avoid zone before you post it. Incorporate others into your process to make sure you aren't venturing into territory that might be insensitive or tone down. Next, and maybe you were this way at the pool, some kids like to line up at the diving board and jump into the pool that way. Hey, that's a polished way to jump in, unless you belly flop. But it is time consuming. You have to get out of the pool, you have to go stand in line, wait your turn, climb up the ladder. It's not very efficient. Which is why the frequency of some types of social media content can be in the occasional category. I'm suggesting once a week. These would be the company-wide campaigns that have a clear objective, such as communicating about a new product launch to meet challenges during this crisis, or calling attention to a cause you're supporting at this time, showing your empathetic side of it as a business. You don't need to post that type of content every day, but it would be good to keep reminding your audience weekly about it. It will take a bit of planning, execution, and resources, but if you land the entry, your time will be used efficiently. I would also recommend boosting that content or running paid ads around it because I think the branding payoff would be tremendous. So you have areas you should avoid, diving into the shallow end, content you should post occasionally, jumping in from a diving board, and then there's content you should post frequently, as much as you want essentially. I know when I was a kid, I loved to cannonball into the pool. Yes, I was that kid. Not only did it make a big splash, not only did it feel good, but it was quick and effective. I didn't have to wait in line, I didn't have to climb up a ladder. I could just get out of the pool and cannonball right back in. The same should be true for businesses engaging with their clients through social media content in this new normal. These types of posts can be anything from user-generated content, contests, polls, requests for new product or service ideas, Facebook Live or Instagram Live Q&A with the staff. Fun, yes, fun, lighthearted stories on Facebook or Instagram, especially on Instagram. Trust me, experiment with stories right now, every day. See which ones get the most engagement. You won't be sorry. Do this as often as possible. Yes, cannonball. And you'll find that your business is adjusting to the new normal better than all the folks too uncertain to get in at all. Look, I know we're all uncomfortable right now. Change, by definition, is uncomfortable. But our economy will recover. We will get through this. and the new normal will become, well, reality. So I encourage you to use this time to figure out what to avoid on social media, what to start posting occasionally, and how to engage your audience frequently with relevant content. Well, that's my cue. Gotta go.